Yeah, good evening. We are discussing one topic called buoyancy. The force which is responsible for it is called buoyant force. Here I have given you one example that a cork is there in my hand. If I'll press it, it is there in water also, but I am applying force with the help of my thumb. Till the time I am applying this force, that cork will be inside the water. But when I'll remove my thumb, then cork will float on the top of the surface of water. Now, why this is happening? This is happening because a force called buoyant force. I hope my screen is visible to you. Can you see this picture? Okay. Because a force which is exerted by the liquid on the body is acting through water, through this liquid. What is the name of that force? The name of that force is buoyant force. The name of that force is buoyant force. And this phenomena is called buoyancy. What is that called? Buoyancy. Okay? I'll give you more example of it so that you can understand it. But the main thing which you have to learn is the definition part and all that. Okay? So, whenever any object you will immerse in a liquid, in water or suppose in any other liquid, then it will lose some weight and you will feel lighter. Have you observed this? Suppose a mug is there in your hand, a plastic mug. Inside the water it will appear to you lighter, but outside in air it will appear to you heavier. Have you seen this? Suppose I am sinking in a swimming pool. Will you be able to pull me out or not? You will be able to. Don't worry. Maybe I am much more in weight as compared to you, but inside the water my weight will reduce. There is one formula. W dash is equal to W minus buoyant force. B dot F stands for buoyant force. You can note down this formula somewhere in your copy. What is W dash? This is apparent weight, apparent or fake weight inside the liquid, inside water you can say. And what is that W? It is real weight of the object, of the body in air. But when the body will go inside the liquid, then this force will act. Hence the weight will reduce. Suppose my weight is 900 Newton in air and a buoyant force of 400 Newton is acting on my body when my body goes inside a liquid. Then what would be the apparent force acting? Only 500 Newton. So you will be able to pull my body or pull myself out of the water because I'll feel lighter. Have you observed this fact or not? That things become lighter inside the liquid, but when again they come out in the air, they seems heavier. Can you please read these two paragraphs for me? If we lift a stone, Okay, so if there is a stone lying at the bottom of a pond, then it will appear to be you light until or unless it is inside water. But when it will come in air, it will appear to you much heavier. Why so? Because the time it is there in the water, there is one force acting on it. That force is called buoyant force, which will reduce its weight. I hope I am clear here. Okay, so the object will appear to be less heavy when it is submerged in water as compared to air. So every liquid exerts an upward force on the object which is immersed in it. And the phenomena, the tendency of a liquid to exert an upward force on an object placed is called buoyancy. What is that called? Buoyancy. And the other name of buoyancy is buoyant force. What is the other name? Buoyant force or buoyancy, it is one and the same thing, right? So, the upward force acting on an object immersed in a liquid is called buoyant force. So, every liquid is applying a force on the object whose name is buoyant force or buoyancy, and also it is called upthrust. I have one more definition for you. Ki upward force exerted by the liquid on the body is called buoyant force. Should I write it here? Upward force exerted by the liquid on the body is called buoyant force. Okay, please keep that thing in mind. Okay, now the buoyant force which makes the heavy objects, it is the buoyant force. It is not that the but until or unless the object would be inside the water, then only its weight will reduce. Now question comes, what is the cause of buoyant force? Here we have a mug inside a bucket which is filled up of water. So the pressure exerted by a liquid, it increases with depth in all direction. The more and more this mug will go inside the water, pressure will increase. This is the reason that we wear. Have you done scuba diving or something? But I have heard of it. Have you heard of it? Not. There is a special suit which is given to the divers. Matlab in my home garments which I am wearing right now, I cannot go for scuba diving. Or can I? Special clothes are given because pressure increases with depth. If somebody is not wearing those proper, instrument as well as the suits which are offered by to the high high depth divers, then their main nerve of the brain could explode as well. They can die at that some inside that sea as well at greater depth. Please note down this line that if you will lower an object into a liquid, the greater upward pressure of the liquid underneath it provides an upward force, which is also called buoyant force. Can you please read this paragraph from here? It is known to this upthrust. From here, and this one as we lower the object. Okay. Chalo, with the help of one activity, now I'll prove it to you that buoyant force do exist. You remember the formula which I told you? W dash is equal to W minus buoyant force. This is the apparent or fake weight inside the liquid, inside water. W is the weight of the body in the air, and B dot F is the buoyant force. Suppose, you know what is the spring balance? It's an instrument used for measuring weight. This is the weight. The unit of weight is Newton, but they have expressed in terms of mass here. Suppose this is the body whose mass is 150 grams in air. But this is a cylindrical container containing water. As you are lowering this metal block inside the water, its weight is reducing. Are you watching it? Earlier its weight was 150 gram. What is spring balance? Have you seen spring balance? It's an instrument used for measuring weight. As more and more it is going inside the water, its weight is reduced. What was the weight of this metal block in air? 150 grams. What is its weight inside the water? 120 gram. If you know linear equation, this buoyant force will go here and this will come here. So it would be, buoyant force would be 150 minus 120. Answer is 30 gram. So how much buoyant force was applied there? 30 gram.